Welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're diving into a sweet, and perhaps a little chilly, adventure with our adorable Havanese, Bella. Meet Bella, my delightful 8-month-old Havanese. She's a bundle of joy, a whirlwind of fluffy energy, and, as we recently discovered, a discerning critic when it comes to frozen treats. Like many of you, I'm always looking for fun and healthy ways to enrich Bella's life, especially as the weather warms up. One of the things I've seen a lot of pet parents do is offer their furry friends frozen treats. And I thought, why not give it a try with Bella? It seemed like a perfect way to keep her cool and entertained on a warm afternoon. So, the idea was simple. Introduce Bella to the concept of ice. Not just plain water ice, but something a little more exciting. I'd seen videos and read articles about dogs enjoying frozen Kongs filled with peanut butter or yogurt, and I thought a simple ice cube might be a good starting point. It's pure, it's hydrating, and it's a novel texture.
Envisioned her batting it around,
Maybe giving it a tentative lick, and then discovering the fun of a cool, refreshing sensation. It felt like a natural progression, a way to add a little novelty to her day without any fuss. I prepared a few ice cubes, nothing fancy, just plain water frozen into small, manageable shapes. I chose cubes that weren't too large, so she wouldn't feel overwhelmed, and I made sure they were smooth-edged to be safe. My anticipation was high. I imagined her little tail wagging with excitement as she encountered this new, intriguing object. I pictured her curiosity piqued, her nose twitching as she investigated this cold, solid curiosity. When the moment arrived, I placed a single ice cube on the floor in front of her. I sat back, ready to capture her reaction, expecting a playful interaction. What I got, however, was unexpected. Bella approached the ice cube with her usual Havanese enthusiasm, her tail giving a tentative wag. She sniffed it, her little pink tongue darting out for a curious exploration. Then she nudged it with her nose. The ice cube skittered away a few inches. She watched it go, her head tilted. She nudged it again, and it moved once more. And then it happened. She gave it a tentative lick. Her eyes widened slightly and she pulled back. It wasn't the delighted reaction I had anticipated. Instead, she looked at me with an expression that clearly communicated, "What is this strange cold thing?" She gave it another hesitant lick and then, with a decisive shake of her head, she turned away. She walked a few steps, looked back at the ice cube as if it had personally offended her, and then proceeded to find a more interesting spot on the rug to lie down. It was clear Bella was not a fan of ice. Not one bit. She didn't seem scared, exactly, but more unimpressed. The novelty wore off instantly, replaced by a clear preference for things that didn't feel like tiny frozen rocks. She'd much rather chase a squeaky toy or chew on her favorite rope. The ice cube remained a solitary, unloved visitor on the floor, while Bella found comfort in more familiar textures and activities. This experience was a gentle reminder that while we might think certain things are fun or beneficial for our pets, their individual preferences are paramount. What works for one dog might not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. Bella's reaction wasn't a failure on my part, but rather a valuable lesson in understanding her unique personality and preferences. It's about observing, learning, and adapting to what makes our pets happy and comfortable. Instead of pushing the ice, I decided to explore other cooling options that might be more to Bella's liking. There are so many wonderful alternatives out there. For instance, I found that she absolutely adores frozen yogurt drops. I make them myself using plain, unsweetened yogurt, which is great for their digestion, and a tiny bit of dog-safe fruit like blueberries, frozen into small silicone molds. The texture is softer and the taste is a definite hit. She'll happily lick and chew on these, her tail wagging furiously. Another successful treat has been frozen broth cubes. I use low-sodium, unsalted chicken or beef broth, ensuring it's free from onions and garlic, which are toxic to dogs. Freezing these into small portions provides a savory, hydrating and cooling snack that Bella devours with gusto. It's a simple way to add a little extra flavor and moisture to her diet, especially on those really hot days. We've also discovered the joy of cooling mats. These are specially designed mats that stay cool to the touch and then provide a comfortable surface for Bella to lie on when the temperature rises. She seems to find them incredibly soothing, and it's a great way for her to regulate her body temperature without any active effort on her part. It's wonderful to see her relax and snooze on it, looking completely content. And of course, there are always the classic non-frozen options. Plenty of fresh, cool water readily available is the most important thing. We also have a variety of chew toys that she enjoys, and sometimes just a good old-fashioned belly rub in a cool room is all the comfort she needs. The key is to offer variety and observe her responses. This whole ice cube experiment, while not a resounding success for Bella, was a valuable learning experience. It reinforced the importance of individualization in pet care. We can't assume our pets will react to things the way we expect, or the way other pets do. It's about building a deeper connection through observation and understanding. Bella's disinterest in ice wasn't a rejection of my efforts, but simply her way of communicating her preferences. And by listening to her, I've discovered new ways to make her happy and comfortable. So, if your furry friend turns their nose up at something you thought they'd love, don't be discouraged. It's an opportunity to explore, to learn more about your unique companion, and to find what truly brings them joy. Bella's journey with frozen treats is still unfolding, and I'm excited to continue discovering new ways to spoil her, one happy lick at a time. Thank you so much for joining us on this little adventure. It's always a pleasure to share our experiences with you. If you enjoyed this, please consider following along for more stories and tips about life with our wonderful pets. We'd love to have you as part of our community.